Hello and welcome everybody back to the dumbass
And
class.
she cuts out immediately.
Back to the dumbass class with me, the Dyslexic Gamer. As we carry on our tabletop RPG series of Dark Heresy, Inquisitorial Profiteers. In the last episode, our group of Inquisitorial agents had made their way up to meet a black market trader. After learning some information regarding the Poison Kiss and the Acid Riot, perhaps having a gang war in the elevator adjoining room, it's basically a big waiting area. Reception area, waiting room. There's a brothel next to it, so...
Oh, that place.
Yeah, that place. It's under lockdown at the moment because the powers that be found out that there was a gang fight going on down there, so they closed off the area. This is common practice, it's not anything new, and the group were told that after 78 hours, 3 days basically, the doors would open because the oxygen would have ran out and everyone would be dead in there. If the fighting stopped, then the doors would open up much sooner. After meeting their black market contact, Mr. Black, they went about going through his stores, looking at all the goodies he could provide for them. With many goodies and lovely items up for grabs, the team went about purchasing all the goods that they could carry. We are at the end of your buying spree. For those of you who have bought certain items, you'll have to get them equipped later on. He's not running a warehouse where you can, a workshop where you can do this. However, he looks at you all with all of your equipment. Do you know what? This one time, I will do you a big favor. I will provide transport for you at a very reasonable price. Somewhere away from my landing dock.
Alright. What's the price?
Oh, I would say 300 each.
Anyone here want to try and bargain with them? I can't.
He already thinks I'm an idiot.
How far away from the elevator we have to go to are we? Out of character?
Feel like 5 hours. 3 hours.
I have to check my notes.
5 hours walk.
Nope, not here. It's gonna be on the other note. Okay.
And where would
Lillian's
this...
gonna raise her hand like, just 1 second, and she's gonna move closer to the other group, and she's gonna whisper, "It's gonna take us at least 5 hours to reach there on foot. If you guys want to expedite, or if you guys want to leave stuff on, somewhere secure, maybe we take the ride. Otherwise, we can just walk."
I mean, it saves us time, saves my feet, and kind of gives the impression that we might be up for future business with him.
Oh,
I say
that
we do it.
will, but we don't. Oh, fine. Leanna's gonna look at him. Mr. Black, I do believe we spent a good deal here with you today, and we do hope to be repeat customers, but do you think you could lower perhaps the price to 200? For the transportation, I mean.
Give me a charm test with a... You have spent some money. You're not going down too much, so I'll give you a plus 20.
Okay. This is a 1. Under 60, come on, baby. Yes.
Oh yeah.
Oh wow.
Well, you have spent a lot of money with me today, so... Okay. 200 each.
I was gonna give him a short bow. Thank you, Mr. Black.
Oh, it was my pleasure to take your thrones.
Okay.
Leon's gonna. It was our pleasure to get your gear.
As I go up to pay him the extra 200 stones, I just say, and how will I know when my pending item is in stock so I can come and collect it?
Oh, I don't know. You don't want me to take a gene sample for a gene sniffer, so I guess if you contact this communication outpost, they will pass on the message to me or one of my associates, and I will message you through that.
Will do. Thank you again. I'd pay him the 200 extra.
So, with everyone paying their transport fees and concluding their business, he brings out a old how... That's a good question. Would this hive... No, I don't think this hive, especially not in this area, would have any anti-gravitic transport. So he just brings out an old administratum truck. Its paint is rusty. It looks like it's been in better days, but it does still have the markings of the... Is it the administratum? I believe it is. On the side.
Administratum or Ministorum?
I'm just checking that out now. Recording, planning, construction. No. Yeah, no, administratum. Not the army. Yes, because in 40k it's really weird. Once you look into the books, there's more parts of the administratum than what there is on the wiki page, for example. Like there's a farming part of the administratum that has a proper name. But fucked if I could find it until I actually read the Eisenhorn books.
I think that was agriculturist.
It's something like that, but even fancier.
Carman.
No, it's for farming. Sorry. Anyway, so the truck comes out. It's dirty, greasy, rusty, but it fits in with your locale. As you are loaded into the back, there are a number of crates at the front, and there's just a little area for you to squeeze down in the middle. And as you get into the back of the truck, you can see that there are a number of crates that have been taken out at different areas so that a person can be snuck in. You all find your place, hunker down, and before you leave, Mr. Black would inform you that he won't always be here. But if you give messages, and he looks at Waldo, if you give any messages to that calling comm station, they'll pass anything off to him. So can Darius and Mordecai, can you roll me a 1d10 each, please? As you set off, you have enough time to tell the driver where you want to be dropped off. Okay, not bad. And you tell him that as close as he can get to the elevator. So, after an hour and a half of travelling, you reach the elevator where you were unloaded. I quickly need to write down a note.
It's okay. Do I have the Vox or microbead number or whatever for the com station, or do I need to go to it?
No, you have the number for the Vox station, and then they can pass on any messages to an individual microbead. So basically, they're doing what Ceres is doing for you. Mantorus is doing for you down by your base.
Okay. Well, while we're on our way, then I'll just send a message to it, just because he asked. Just send them a message so that they have my Vox bead essentially, so they can let me know whenever it becomes available. I'll do that while we're traveling.
Not a problem.
Thank you, neighborhood-friendly Adeptus Astartes.
It's kind of worrying me.
Yeah, sorry. I've got them on hotkeys and they're on numbers, and I keep forgetting I can't use my numbers. I've got to use my number pad. I normally notice because I'm hitting 4, and I'm like, well, why am I not getting a 4? And I was like, oh, hang on, that's why. And I was like, hang on, I just answered, didn't I? So yeah, sorry about that. So you make it. You get off the transport truck. You are at the elevator doors. You can see that around the elevator doors, these massive, like these are, you got to think of these as almost like mini ferries that they can fit multiple levels of cargo in, and then they go down levels and disgorge their cargo. There's not just one of them. There are multiples. Some of them are smaller in different areas. But the one that you're up against is the main one which would take you to Hab Block Zeta. At the moment, it's closed off. The door is utterly shut. There are signs around, because you are higher up, there are signs around the door, the elevator road rather, that say that it's closed due to maintenance or due to testing. But Jenny, you would notice these immediately. They're not official Mechanicus signs. Mechanicus would have servitors. They would invest more into this, not just some poxy little sign. And there are no guards, and no tech priests, and no one in general. You can see from this height, from where you are, Jenny, that there is a Mechanicus maintenance hatch.
Alrighty. Do we have our equipment already?
Yes, all the equipment that you bought off of Mr. Black, unless I said otherwise, he was able to give you straight away.
Alright.
Is that list I put in the chat okay? I know you said about the dead cord, but contacts, primer, backpacks, chrono, and rebreather, and spare tank.
Yep, that's all fine.
Sweet. So I prepay him for the dead cord?
Yes. Yes, you prepay for the dead cord.
Sweet.
He's not running a charity, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Should have bought a couple boxes of ammo, but I'll probably do that next time.
Oh, does Darius use like, can he use las?
I can use both. Las and solid projectile.
I'm just gonna hand you my Drusus Prime pattern las gun, cause I ain't gonna be using it no more.
Sure. Okay.
It has 7 rounds missing. Well, 7 shots missing from the clip, though.
Oh yes. Now that you're all on the open road, can you all roll me sleight of hand?
Oh my god, yeah.
Oh dear.
This is for us getting pulled over by the enforcers.
No,
Do I have to do this too?
yeah, everyone. This is just for you
What
trying
about
to
rolling?
conceal you're currently at the elevator on the upper levels where the Aquila is.
Stealth instead.
No, this is to conceal something.
Oh!
That was
Oh,
never
okay.
gonna happen. Hey,
Yeah,
we have
we
the
have
same
to-
target!
We do.
That means we have to be besties now, them's the rules.
I mean,
oh my
to be
god.
fair,
Why would you do this?
apart
didn't know-
from apart from the flamer which I don't have yet, the contacts are going to be hard to see. The rebreather and respirator, I have
Illegal.
nothing illegal. I have nothing particularly illegal on me.
I mean, I have a great coat and a very
Lasgun.
illegal last pistol.
Yeah.
No,
You,
no,
you
it's
guys have a
fine.
sentinel for
I gave the last gun to Darius. It's fine. I don't
Fuck
have
you.
it anymore.
So can I get one from
Who are we missing?
Darius?
Geddy.
Oh, okay. Alright, slow of
I'm
hand.
serious, by the way. You can have the last gun. Like, no shade.
Okay.
Can I just spend a fate point to get a degree of success there?
So sadly not. But as you look around, you will. Well, no, I'll give it to you. You know, you're kind of being a bit shady. You know you've got this illegal equipment on you that you have to kind of conceal and hold, and you don't have proper holsters. But Jenny, you did think about, wouldn't a holster that was concealable be a good? Maybe that should be on your to-do list of things to make at one point.
Yeah.
But anyway, you're trying to hide and it's a bit bulky, some of it, and some of you aren't quite sure how to hide stuff, and you look round, being paranoid and checking the street. Jenny, you know for a fact that there should be enforcers around the elevators, at the very least. You are leading further up now, but there's no one. This area is just kind of cordoned off by a few poxy little signs, and there's no one guarding the doors, but the citizens seem to be ignoring it. They've got no reason to care what's going on with the elevators for the most part. So
And then our
fortunately,
crew rolls out.
there's no one to roll against your failures.
Yes.
So you pass.
Fuck.
I'll be honest.
That was a
I'm not
waste of a
upset
fate
for
point.
me.
As I said, that's why I didn't let you spend it. I was like, no.
Sweet. Did I spend it or did I not?
No, you didn't spend it.
Okay.
I said, yeah, that's why I said no. I must have said it too quietly. Yeah, because there genuinely is no enforcers or any police or anyone. There are citizens who are looking at some of you warily, but at the same time, you are still in the lower hive, so it's more of a question of, rather than telling the enforcers you're in the area of where they're, just don't tell anyone, just walk away, just don't look at them, just not my business. God Emperor protect.
But yeah, I'm removing the last gun from my sheet.
I mean, I'm wearing a hardened body glove with a mesh vest, so my shit is hidden under the armor. The gloves, actually.
I know someone's got a lasgun on them.
Yeah.
Yeah, the guardsman.
And a rifle, so 2 basics. So,
I am also a guardsman.
oh yeah,
That's 7 kilos. Fuck me.
So, Miss
and
Jenny,
as Ezio also has 2 basic weapons on him.
I
So,
have a death holder, a pistol, sword, a normal pistol, and an Armageddon.
I have two.
For war.
I have 2 rifles and 2 pistols. So I'm gonna put the stead holder. No, I'm not gonna bother with shit. No, fuck it. Just
Hey,
strap it to my
if-
back and carry on.
if anyone asks, I don't know you guys, so
so Jenny, you've seen that there's no one there. You make your way over to the Mechanicus hatch. You know a number of Mechanicus access codes, and as you look at the key combination, the keypad, you input one of your known Mechanicus codes. It doesn't work. Another one, and it grants you access. You open up the doorway leading into a maintenance passageway. You quickly shoo everyone in and close the door. You walk through this very tight corridor filled with cables and wires, and in some areas it seems to be extremely cold, in other areas it's almost sweatingly warm. But you find a Cognite unit after a while, and you access it to find out where the elevator actually is. You find out it's on this level, so you're able to gain access through the other maintenance hatch within the elevator. You lead the group round and open up that access hatch and make your way into the Mechanicus part of the elevator. So as I said before, these elevators are like ferries. They're massive, just basically vehicles. So in the Mechanicus area, you've got the areas for the emergency brakes, the driving systems, and many other parts of its operating system. Jenny, there's no Mechanicus members in here doing maintenance. This area is quiet as the grave. Leading the group out, warning them, but leading them out, you find the control. Damn it, what would it be? The control Cognite array for the elevator. Again, accessing it with your Mechanicus codes, you're able to bring up the basic files for the elevator, and it should run perfectly. And if you give me a tech use with a probably plus 30, this is not a hard task for you.
Managed.
Sweet.
So you gain access, and you are 100% sure you can access the elevator. You can send it down. If you want, you can send it down faster than it should. Would you do that, Jenny?
Yep.
So do you want to send it down at normal speed or double speed?
I'm gonna go double.
Okay. You are aware that at double speed, the Mechanicus will look into why it did this. And at normal speed, they won't.
At the same time, we're kinda on the clocks though, so...
Sure.
And Liliana seems very agitated about us saving her friend, so...
So you all feel a lurch in your stomach as this massive piece of lifting machinery descends. Descends quicker than it should, in all aspects, in the starting up and then once at full speed. So, after 2 hours, Jenny, you've been sat controlling the elevator for the last 2 hours, keeping it in control. You're not letting it go too fast so that the brakes can't handle its speed, but this is, again, not the most difficult work in the world for someone like you. You notice that there's another few files that you can access, most of them mundane, nothing in particular special. But then you see a Mechanicus file for pictofeeds, and you're able to access them. You have a number of pic feeds that you can access, but the most interesting ones would be basically the elevator entrance to where you're going, And you can also see the pick feeds to the security doors on the outside. Do you want to open the files?
Certainly, let's look at it.
Okay, so you are an hour away from the elevator transit. Let me see, is this the right one? Yes, it is. Okay. So you're an hour away from the transit when Jenny calls some of you over. Fortunately, your data slates are master crafted internally. Externally, they look like common or poor quality ones, but Jenny's able to transfer the picked recordings to your data slates. You see the transit hub where you got off the elevator last time. As the pick camera moves around, you can see a battle is blazing, as it looks as if the Poison Kiss and the Acid Riot are indeed going to war. A brutal battle is taking place and citizens are caught up in it. But what you would all notice firstly is not the savage carnage that is going on throughout the corridors and the brothel area. It would be the fact that the 3 doors that come and close, that lock off this elevator door, one of them is open, and reinforcements keep flooding in. And cars.
Do we see what reinforcements?
So, as you're an hour away, as you're coming down on the transit elevator, you can see just bloody carnage rolling throughout the transit hub. For some of you, the more important sites are Tifa and another girl holding the line into the brothel area. She stands there fighting another heavy. He's not he looks similar to the Acid Riot members that you saw before, the boss one of them. But rather than batons, he's wielding a chainsword. You see him cut down Tifa's ally before Tifa runs him through with a sickle-like weapon. Another 2 heavies come running in, one of them smashing Tiffany aside, whilst the other one lashes out at her face. She adeptly plunges to the side, rolling on the ground, and slices one in the back of the knee, bringing him down to the floor before she can deliver a killing stroke. The chainsword of the second heavy comes up, and she is not quick enough to get away as the chainsword rips across her face, gouging out her eye and flesh flying across this area. However, she does not lose any ground and brings her weapon up, striking up through the bottom of his jaw, straight through the top of his palate, before ripping the blade out, destroying his face entirely. He hits the floor whimpering. Tiffany gets up before one of the heavies that you've seen before comes charging through. Pushing Tiffany out of the way, he tries to hold the line in the door entrance. As another 2 girls, one of them clearly a prostitute, begins to pull Tifa back. Some time passes. You see Tiffany shouting out orders, and you see another heavy from the Poison Kiss fighting alongside her. Before bullets fly through and strike the other heavy from the acid kiss, and she goes down. Another member of the acid kiss helps her back up and pulls her over to where Tiffany is. The second to last heavy for the other group, you're not, well, no, for the wardens, who was holding his ground against two other heavies from the acid riot, is decapitated. One going up across his groin, taking his leg off, whilst the other chainsawed, cutting his head clean off. It's about this time, you're about half an hour away, as the acid riot push through the last defenders of the transit pub brothel. You see the last defenders of the acid kiss get cut down as one poison kiss, as one last heavy of the wild wardens charges in as one last brutal assault. You watch as the acid riot surround him and cut him down before he breaks free, pushing back and collapsing on a wall, dead. You see about 15 minutes go by of just brutal savagery towards the corpses of the poison kiss and the survivors. Butchered, raped, sodomized, and chewed on in some cases. Can all of you watching, which is all of you, give me a toughness test with a +20?
I have shaded.
Yeah, you'd still... Yeah, this is a toughness test. See, this wouldn't... this isn't fair.
Was it flat or...
+20.
+20.
I want to use a Fiat.
It's not that bad, Darius.
Okay.
I'm gonna use
It's just a 97. I see 97 and I'm like... Oh.
There are definitely times, but to re-roll, and there are times to... Darius, you feel vomit come into your mouth. Fortunately, you're the only one who knows it. It does before you swallow down and bite hard. This is savage even for someone, a veteran of what you've seen. The brutality shown towards corpses and survivors is just utterly, utterly abhorrent. And each one of you feels that. And for Mordecai as well. For you, some bile comes up before you're quickly able to bite back down. And actually, for Liliana as well. Did you re-roll that with a fate point?
I did. I can't admit to Liliana being soft.
Bile comes up, but again, you bite down and swallow hard, not throwing up everywhere.
Right, I'll throw up. That way you'll feel bad too.
You see their brief jubilation go by as more reinforcements come through their side, which is not locked down. This shouldn't be, as the other two doors are firmly locked, and the acid riot pull at the door leading into Havelock Zeta. And almost as they finished, the doors open. Jenny quickly swaps to the other pick feed as you see members of the Poison Kiss out by the main door that's shut, waiting to help, waiting to run in and check for the wounded. Most of them don't believe the Poison Kiss could be defeated. And then the door opens. And you see their faces turn white as around 50 members of the acid riot come pouring out of the elevator doors. It's about this point when you have 10 minutes before the elevator reaches its destination. If you want to plan or if you want to know any other information, by all means, you can ask.
Just because my connection is kind of shitty and it cut out, we didn't. After Tiffany got injured and they scurried her away, is she among the survivors or did she die? I didn't catch that
Okay,
part.
so unlike what the map shows you, you don't know if Tiffany, the other heavy, the prostitute, and the other member of the Poison Kiss are still alive. You saw them get pulled away, you saw them getting some basic treatment, and then when the final attack came, they got pushed back into the back of the brothel area where the pick feed doesn't show. So you didn't see their corpses, and you didn't see anyone come out there with them. But you saw the acid riot searching the area, going through rooms, killing, doing all sorts of terrible things. But yeah, you did not see Tiffany.
Okay. Liliana's not smiling, man. She's pissed.
So what you see on the map is what you will see when the elevator doors open. So if you want, you can plan out what you want to do, where you want to go, and how you want to do this. Although there are this many members here, you can see that there are some members like slowly making their way from the long corridor that connects where the door should have come down to block off the acid riots part of the hab, which is on the other side. You can see that although most of the acid riot have spilled out onto the streets and are doing devastating things to Hab Block Zeta, there are a couple who are still hanging around the entrance.
Liliana's gonna look at Jenny and she's gonna say, Jenny, can you close the acid riot's doors if we do reach them?
Well, I should be able to, provided it's a standard door and no altercations have been made. Usually in this sort of setup, the manual controls take precedence over remote, but I can't exactly state the modifications. I should be able to jump them close, if anything else.
We need to cut off their... well... we need to cut off their reserve and reinforcements line. Liliana's gonna look at everybody. But more than anything, I want to see if I can find Tiffany. And if we can at least scurry her away to safety. I'll have feel some semblance of victory in all this savagery. But that would be moot if they keep coming. So we need to close their doors. We need to make sure this doesn't happen ever again, and we may need to make sure they will pay.
Do you think you could turn off the vid feeds? If we're going to go in here, we don't necessarily want to be recognized by any enforcers that may have watched this later.
Yeah, is there any way to scramble the vid feeds, Jenny?
Is there?
So Jenny, you can cut off power to the pick feeds. That is possible. You will need to do a test for it. You can also close up the door, but you will have to do a test for that as well. The pick feeds, not going to be a difficult one. Standard Mechanicus protocol for doing maintenance on such a device. So I'd say a +10 tech use.
Alright.
Liliana's gonna
Beep,
pull
boop,
up her hood.
beep, 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 boop, boop, boop.
Okay, so you'll be able to shut down the pick feeds as soon as the elevator doors open, or moments before, so you can get into place. Shutting off the other doors, that's probably going to be a -10.
Figures.
From what we've gathered, only the poison kiss sign was closed off, right? So
The
there was
poison
still
kiss
airflow?
and another one. So
And the wardens.
there were 3 doors. Well, no, not technically the wardens. There are 3 doors. One of them led to the poison kisses Hab Block Zeta. One of them led round the side of the elevator shaft round to the other Hab Block, as did the other one. So think of, you're drawing round a square, but you've got a corridor coming off. So the 2 that were shut off was basically the long way round to get to the Acid Riots base, and the Poison Kisses way. So there was no way for them, the Poison Kiss, to quickly try and run round and attack the Poison Kiss on their side, or to get away.
Okay.
Can I have one with a -10, please, Jenny?
You can certainly have one. Yes.
Okay.
That's a reroll.
Okay.
That bangs. Fucking bangs.
What, whose
So,
god is the number 8?
Unfortunately, you're not able to get the door shut in time. You could, if you wanted to stay in the elevator and just try to get the door shut, you could have an attempt each combat round, but you won't have enough time if you want to engage in the combat.
That
Oh, it's
would
either
be a
this
terrible
or
idea.
the battle.
Liliana's gonna
'Cause-
pull up the hood of her hot glove, and
Sure.
she's gonna put on her rebreather. All gas mask, because this is the doorway to the acid riots open. Technically, there's oxygen, right?
Yes, there's oxygen. It's
Yeah.
with it leading open. There's oxygen. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So then I'm not gonna use the rebreather. I'm gonna be using the gas mask.
So just as a bit of a side note, because I did find it funny, I planned this out before some characters decided to buy extras of certain items, like oxygen. And this was the plan all along before they started doing that. So, yes, that jingling of the extra oxygen containers and...
I'm carrying 2 rebreathers and 6 spare tanks, so technically I have 8 oxygen tanks in my bag.
Jesus Christ.
Why do you have so many? Oh yeah, for the friends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have 1 + 6 spares, so
I have one. I have 1 rebreather and 2 gas tanks.
Yes,
Oxygen
yes.
Tanks.
Thankfully, since these are only 1 hour, I'm guessing they're small enough so that they can fit on my backpack.
Yeah,
I
they're
guess-
not...
I mean,
They're in
kitty,
there.
So.
they're future gas tanks. Yeah,
I
so-
imagine they're the size of a CO2 cartridge for like a soda machine. So they
Yeah.
take up a decent amount of room, but they don't weigh that much. And that is futurized an hour's worth of air, breathable air out of something that small. Yeah, about right.
Yeah.
So,
That's-
But yeah, Mordecai's just gonna look over to Liliana and go, "How careful do you want us to be with regarding certain abilities we have?"
You look at Liliana. She's wearing hot glove, hood, gas mask, gloves. You can't really tell who she is right now, so she's gonna look at him. Mordecai, I want you to burn every single acid riot member you see.
Mordecai just gets a little smile on his face and then puts on his gas mask and pulls up the hood of his body glove. Yeah, they can't really identify me when I'm like that, so it's fine.
I mean, I think this is almost like Spec Ops because we're wearing gas masks and full body gloves, so it
I
probably
just have
gets
Yeah.
a
scary as
greatcoat.
shit.
I
Yeah,
imagine they're very comfy greatcoats.
they're a great coat.
Great coats, of course they are. They're for commissars. They're all plush
Well,
and
no,
comfy.
they're apparently, according to the book, it's not all like Commissar is the most iconic.
Yeah.
But they're usually also used by like IG and PDF officers and even civilian fighters.
Oh yeah, they're not.
Rogue traders like the
Yes,
because they're fan.
because they're fancy.
Um,
So,
if I
Hey,
have
look,
my
they don't
shield,
call
make
them
a good
greatcoats
something.
for no reason, you know.
I just realized I'm still wearing my normal light flak coat, so I might have to get something better next time.
You do have your helmet back though now.
I do have my helmet back, which is good. Thank you.
Also, apparently, it came with a funky hat. I haven't yet established how Jenny feels about funky hats, but
you have 5 minutes left to plan out your attack.
Right.
Mordecai's gonna position himself closer to the doors because he knows he likes to get in close with sword and shield.
So
So
Yeah,
I will
Leon is
just
gonna be
quickly.
in the front and the middle.
You're going to be at the start point where the map shows the doors. I will allow for 2 of you to start on the opposite side of the doors. So basically, as soon as the doors have opened, you've leapt out and we roll initiative. That way you can all fit in that space.
Oh, I accidentally spawned 2 of me.
How dare you, sir? 1.
So we're like there, and then we're just ready to jump
No.
out.
Where Liliana is, you can start.
Oh,
Because that's
wait,
where the
so
door is.
who has sword and
This-
shield?
This
I
is,
do.
This is I do too. I'm gonna
Right.
be at the front because I have 10 armor on my body, 9 on my left arm. Everything else is 7. But I'm biffed up and pissed. So
I've just been told to burn everyone.
yeah.
Okay.
Ezio.
I
Ezio.
wrecked the last pistol.
Ezio.
Lilian is gonna
Do 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 do. Fish and
Lilian's
mail.
gonna look at Darius because Darius is Darius and Ezra are the military members of the team. And gonna look at Darius. So Darius, your military assessment, what do you think? Should we shut off the doors to their reinforcements first, or should we go find Tiffany first?
Well, finding Tiffany
Um.
was no good if we're getting if we'll get swarmed.
I have experience with swarming things, so I'm gonna say shut off the door, because that shit gets brutal quick.
Hmm.
Am I still wounded?
Just so I know,
Rounded.
this is where Tiffany was fighting, right?
Yes. You don't know that she's in that room, but you know she's in that area.
Yeah. Okay.
I should have blacked off the map, but then it wouldn't have been as, look at the gore,
Impressive.
look at the...
I mean,
You-
you
well,
could
you
have
just
blacked
see an
off some
area.
areas.
You just see an area
I
covered in
mean-
black, and it's like, I blacked off the bottom area because I'm not using that. I'm not filling out all those maps pixels for no reason.
I mean, you know we're gonna go down there now.
Go into the darkness.
I mean,
All the
technically
lights
we-
are off.
I attacked the darkness with my last pistol.
We
We
see
should
nothing but
technically
brutalized corpses.
We should technically know about the map too because we did watch the peak feed, right?
Yeah.
Also, which doorway is the Acid Riots one? This one? Over
Yes.
to the
Yeah.
left side over here?
Yeah. Alright. It's quite simple. Try and use your shields as cover for all of us behind us too. It's gonna be, if they've got ranged weaponry, we primarily saw melee combat, didn't we?
You
Or was
saw...
it was a mix?
It was a mix. There are shooters and melee fighters. As you look at the pick feed now, you can definitely see some of the guys you fought in the tunnels. You can see a few that you haven't seen before. There are a couple who are wielding chainswords, and there are a few who are wielding nicer looking pistols than what you expected to see before.
Yeah. Okay. Keep those shields up. Use them as cover. Quite simple. Try and protect the guy beside you. If not, you're gonna fucking bite the dust. Watch your fucking corners too.
And make sure I don't get hit on the head anymore.
Yeah, we need to get you a good chrome dome.
Lillian is gonna look at everyone. Does everybody have a gas mask?
Actually, that's a good point. I want to stick my rebreather on just to break up the face kind of thing, just so it's more or less my eyes because I've got a helmet and a rebreather on now.
Sure.
Yeah. And Janie has the hood, but does she have the gas mask or the rebreather on?
You will need to note down. So what we're going to do is for combat, I know it's only a few seconds, but to make it easier and then it's a resource, you will use up one charge of your gas mask or your rebreather. So that's 1 hour of use.
Gas mask doesn't have a charge.
I thought a gas mask had like a 12-hour pack and it needed to be replaced.
Not that I saw in the book anyway.
Yeah, not that I
Can I disconnect the air tank just so
Sure, you can
I'm
take
just
it off.
using it to conceal my face? I'm not actually.
Sure, you can take it off. You can take the canister bit off. I imagine it has got a. Because if someone's dead and you need to quickly nick their tank, it must have an off valve on it. So
we have
you can unscrew it.
I imagine it's kind of like the masks the fighter pilots wear.
Yeah.
Like I imagine it's sort of like that.
Or
Yes,
something like
only modernised, futurised. So there's a little capsule there that's got your air in it.
Yeah, I would also have my rebreather on, but it's not plugged in yet, so
Sure.
I'm not wasting that oxygen.
Sure, you can do that.
Leanna's gonna look at the group. She's gonna say, "Remember, no Reichspiel." As soon as the doors open.
Then it's like, no, what?
Okay.
No Gothic.
Roll.
Is that a local dialect?
Roll initiative, everyone.
Alright.
Alright.
There's...
Where is my much
she-
token?
And again, I'm not rolling for Hector because
Ooh.
Hector always acts on my turn anyway.
Oh, wow.
Sure.
Oh, I actually rolled not great. It's kind of sad.
And
Everybody got a 10. Oh, except Darius. And Ezra.
Alright.
I got an 11, thank you.
Wait, if everybody got a 10, does that make us the 10 for own gangs?
No.
God.
No.
I just think.
Why has
which one of
Darius
us
got
has
0.3?
the highest agility?
Agility bonus. Break initiative.
Did you add a 0.3 to your?
To be fair, PCs do go first, in most systems. I'm not sure if in this system.
No,
I think it's
sometimes
agility
they
off.
do.
It
Sometimes
was like
they
if
do.
you roll the
Sometimes they
same
don't.
initiative.
If you do roll the same number, you're supposed to add the ballistic skill.
It's
Whoever's the highest ballistic skill bonus, and if they have the same, they roll off.
It kind of depends because technically we could have a pissing contest between Jenny, Liliana, and Mordecai, but I'm just not going to
What's
skip
the
it
point
over.
of that?
Yeah.
Mordecai,
I'll take it off.
Mordecai is faster. So Mordecai should be ahead of us because he has 4 agility bonus. And between Jenny and myself, we have the same
Well,
agility.
fuck you then. Do I have to?
Jenny's
bloody
a
do this
really
now? I know.
reactive character, so I'd probably say you go
Sorry.
first.
So,
I was gonna say, it's PCs. We're not gonna skip someone's turns. Just.
So as we
Sorry.
enter combat, okay, I'm gonna need to remember that background one. As we enter combat, so
Hey.
Darius, you are up first. As the doors open, there is an audible noise as the doors open, so be aware of that.
Okay. We know we're here. So. Shit, what I got on me? Okay. I'm just gonna move up. Gonna going to assume they're going to follow up behind me, so full move 6.
God damn it. I want to do a full move.
I'm also, because I don't actually specify, I'm going to use my free action to pull out the Drusus pattern las gun. May as well.
Righto. He does nothing. This one does nothing. Mordecai, you're up.
He's gonna half move to in front of Liliana. Actually, no, he's just gonna. Sorry, he's gonna full move. I think go 8, just to try and give everyone else a little bit of space.
Liliana, you are up.
Do I see this dude?
Probably not from that angle.
You can maybe make out that someone's moving around there. You don't exactly see everything, but you can get that someone's shifting in that area.
I think I'll just full move to the doorway. Right over here. So, actually run to the doorway and take cover. Well, not cover. Take point in front of Darius.
Sure.
And that's all I can do.
Jenny, you and Hector are up.
Right.
So you've got
Let's get
screaming
moving,
woman for some
comrade.
reason.
Wait, did I? Yeah, I spawned outside of the hex. Yeah, that's. I'm gonna just full move behind Darius.
Sure. He does nothing. Ezio, you're up. Sorry, Ezio, I went one too many. Ezio,
Do I
it's your
see?
turn.
Hello, hello,
Hello.
Hello.
hello. Do you hear me?
Yes.
Do you hear us?
Yes, we do.
Yes. All right.
Good.
Yeah, you're up.
So do I see this youth?
Not from where you are, because you're right at the back.
Let me check my move. Full move 6. I move straight behind Darius.
Righto. That is the PC's turn, so now it's time for the enemies. You do nothing, you're too far away. Oh, hang on, did I skip one of them? You do... Nope, I didn't. You do nothing. You do nothing. Technically, you don't do anything. You get a roll. Nothing happens. You do nothing. Now you would get to hear something. Fail. You see people. So there's no point even bothering to roll for you. So, I do need to check for you. So first things first, he has a willpower test, not to charge. He fails.
Oh,
Ooh. Crunchy time.
sounds like combat drugs.
Why is it 0.9?
Where's the 0.9?
Ah, I didn't put
What?
him on a square, that's why.
Ah.
He wasn't, I just dropped him down and he wasn't on a square. I wonder how many of them are like that. A lot of them. So
fine.
he charges.
Looks like a few are.
He has an extra movement onto his test, so he can charge 10. So he attacks Liliana. He does shout at this. So we'll see if the rest of them realise after he shouts. So he does get a charge, and he gets nothing else. Misses dramatically. So, Liliana, as this moron comes charging in, you see that his eyes seem very red, bloodshot, and drawn out almost. There's also a small amount of froth that's built up at the side of his mouth. So, this individual has no line of sight, but he has heard 2 noises now, so he's heard something. I need to figure out which way he goes. He heard it come from here, so he wouldn't necessarily go the other way. He also wouldn't run because he's just heard 1 shout. He hasn't heard anything else. You can get a roll because someone has screamed. You're going to move up. 6. Okay. Darius, you're up.
Alright. So he's a melee?
Yes.
Right. I can't fucking...
You got 2 people with shields in front of you. Don't go in front of the shields.
I know. Alright. I'm gonna move. I'm gonna full move up. Give Mordecai a little pat in the back saying, go get him.
God.
I'm gonna watch this quarter. Can't do anything else, I'm just watching it.
Okay. He does nothing because he's right down at the bottom. He does nothing because he's right down at the bottom. Mordecai, you're up.
Can I make a charge into this guy?
You can step back and then charge into him, yes.
Yes. I'm going to do that and give Liliana a little bit of a hand. And try to hit him with my hitting stick.
Hang on a minute, let me just double check that. Because you want to get... He is
I have
4 away, he's 4 away. You need the last 4 meters to be enough, so you go to something like there and then there. Yep, no, that's fine.
I got 12 meters of charge, so.
Well, it's like the last 4 meters have to be a straight line, or something along those lines.
Yeah, that's fair.
And you've got to be able to get round there, so you charge round and then into them. It's an odd thing that we do, but it works.
Yeah, and it's an odd, like I put myself in a weird location and all that weird stuff. So I'm going to try and hit him with my sword.
You sure?
No aim, charge. 21.
Okay, he cannot parry because of reasons.
So
Was it what?
Reasons.
reasons. Is he dodging?
No,
then or
can't dodge or parry. So damage, please.
Okay.
Ooh.
Hey.
Ooh, shit.
Very nice.
I'll take 10 damage.
So with 10
2d1,
damage,
2.
as you hear him shout out, just ah!
Right arm.
His sword comes down, and there's no sound of metal clanging against anything. Mordecai, you see him on the side, and you charge in, sending your sword straight through his armpit, straight into his chest, and you just yank your sword up and draw it out, and he falls to the floor dead.
Ooh. Ouch. I just look at Liliana and say, it's not quite burning, but I think it'll do.
I do believe that will do, yes.
And that's
Sorry,
the
I
end of my
was
turn.
sorry, I was just double checking there. I was like, hang on, is that right? But no, it is right.
I was going to say 10. Is that all the HP he had?
A lot of enemies in this actually have very low HP. It's just if they hit you, it's a D10 plus.
Yeah.
So it could hurt.
Yeah.
So Liliana, this individual has just died rather quietly next to you as he falls down, perhaps falling into you, and falls to the ground.
I'll just let him slump to the floor. The thing is, I technically don't know there are people over here.
No, you don't.
All people over there, but the thing is, I saw a lot of people on the.
Also, no, you know where some of them are. You know pretty much where all the enemies are, so you would have been able to see them. So think the pick feeds are coming from the corners of the room. There are blank spots that you wouldn't have been able to see. So some of the rooms you wouldn't have been able to see in, for example, but a lot of them you would have. So the two end ones here, probably don't know who's in there. This room here, you wouldn't know who's in there. But these closer rooms, the pick feed probably would pick them up.
Yeah. No, but the thing is, I know there are people in this area is what I mean. So I'm gonna first walk 3 feet forward, walk meters. Don't see anyone. I'm gonna walk another 3 down over to Mia. And I'll stay.
Sure, okay. Jenny, you're up.
So I am, yes. Well, I think I'm still just gonna be full moving towards the door because Hector, you can't go there. That's illegal. There.
So, why is everyone heading into that particular room?
I mean, I was going for the
way
combat.
to the door.
I am just wondering because it is the other one where the people that were like meant to be rescued were last
Oh
seen.
yeah, the thing is, Liliana is super concerned about those people. The thing is, like, we plan, shut this door, then we rush over there.
Yeah, first the reinforcements.
But I mean, Mordecai saw a guy trying to attack Liliana. Was
Oh,
like, nope.
okay. So Jenny, if you want, you can take your movement back. I didn't hear you say you wanted to try and do that. There's no manual release for these doors. Otherwise, people inside would be able to get out. It's all done by Mechanicus and Electrical.
No, like we want to close.
Yes, that's controlled by the people upstairs and the Mechanicus. So your attempt to close it at the Cognite, that was your attempt to close it. There's no manual switch to override, because otherwise you'd be in here dying of oxygen loss. Like, quickly hit the.
Well then, where am I going here? I would
So
be rushing towards Tiffany if I knew that.
You can take back your movement, Jenny. Sorry, everyone else is where they are. It's just I saw you lot. I was like, why are they heading over there? I best check on this before.
Question
We're
then.
just gonna go yeet the guy at the door.
Can I go back to the Cognite and try again?
Yes, if now knowing that there isn't a manual release, if you want to stay in there and just be in there doing work, it will take you 2 combat turns to get into the combat. As long as you're aware of that.
Yeah, that's fine by me. I'm gonna go sit by the Cognite and try to close the door that the acid rain is, or
So,
acid rain, acid riots.
If you give me 2 tech uses, because you missed one last turn, both with a -10 to them.
No. I'm gonna fate point that one. It's a terrible idea. Watch me now roll a 90.
Sure, you can do that.
What the fuck did I tell you? Never fate point.
Sadly not, but you're sat there at the Cognite. You do have access to the pick feeds, so technically you could tell the others what's going on at certain times. As a little added extra. Now, the only noises were that, a cry, So he wouldn't do anything. Ezio, you're up. So far, it doesn't seem as if anyone's noticed you. You don't hear any shouting in this area. Like, you can hear a couple of cries and whimpers from the few survivors that are still alive in here. There's lots of shouting and gunfiring coming from down south to the entrance to the entrance of Havelock Zeta. Ezio.
Albie?
Ezio Auditore del Franzo today.
Is his Discord broke again?
I think your headset's gone, or your Discord might be.
Albie, no.
No.
The green ring for you talking is showing up, but we can't hear you.
Hello? Hello?
Ah!
There we go.
He
Now we
lives-ish.
So that's,
Do I have line of sight on anyone?
No. So far, it doesn't seem as if anyone knows you're here. So firing off weapons would definitely alert people. Because of Mordecai's, we'll say, quick thinking, lucky roll, in hitting him with a melee weapon, he was able to silently kill him. And with all the pandemonium that's going on, no one at the moment seems to know that you're here.
I move to there. Full move.
Yep, you full move. Sure. So, I believe... Okay, you're too far.
Kind of a weird question. So, I'm asking for next turn, but a run, how does that work?
Sorry, can you say that again, Albie?
A run, how does that work?
A run is just a full action. So you could... Sorry, a run is just an action you take. If you run, you get to move more, you make more sound, you're... there's a -20 to someone shooting you, but a +20 to someone hitting you in melee.
Alright, thank you.
-20 for ballistic skill. Was it 20 or 10?
Got it.
I think it's 20, because it's 20 in
20. It's 20.
fantasy as well.
Okay, I am going to... I think this is the right dude. Although I need to see his portrait. Yes, it's the right dude. Right, okay. So, something fairly funny happened, so I'm going to attempt... Nope. He failed. That dude's still on the crapper, so he's going to stay where he is. This dude would have heard something, but no, he also got a number which I would say is in the region of I fucked up. So let's give him a willpower. He fails really badly.
Oh wow.
So he is going to...
Does he just start crying?
No, he... Well, hang on. Do I have to roll for him, or is he... No, he's an NPC, I decide. He shoots himself in the head.
Oh,
What?
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 Dealing 8 damage to his cranium, which kills him outright.
What the fuck is going on here?
Oh wait, wait, he has a toughness. No, that kills him outright.
What?
No, he's in critical. He has 1 HP left.
What? Let me fucking read.
He's the mercy killer too, the stupid bastard.
What are these guys on? I want some.
Okay,
Oh,
no, this has worked out.
This is on the enemy.
This has worked out fairly well. This has worked out fairly well. So the individual who heard something and moved up to investigate has now heard a gunshot and has seen one of his comrades shoot himself in the head. So he's going to look over there and see this individual like freaking out.
Oh, what the fuck? Can't anymore.
Although, however, this has... So they've heard a gunshot. So where are the leaders around here? Or faux leaders?
They know the way.
Yeah, no, there's no other action for him other than to half move
Yell, what the fuck?
to here, look up and see a load of people in the elevator door open, and... No, but would they be that... a small group of individuals? They can see a man with a riot shield, which would be odd. They don't see any women, and they don't see any Poison Kiss members, so... I
Do they even see someone with a riot shield?
he's gonna...
His line of sight.
He's gonna half
He would
move...
see a guy in a flat coat.
No, shield, so... Oh yeah, actually, the two with shields are in the wrong place. So, they see basically a soldier. From a distance, you know, they see a soldier come down. You know, you're 28 meters away. I'm gonna have him roll will. Yeah.
And there's a figure in a greatcoat walking off into the lift.
Will it be willpower or intelligence?
Yes.
Did we hire any mercs?
Okay, 15. So he's gonna hold position for a moment and just look, because he can't. Although it's odd for him, it's not. Knowing what I know behind the scenes for the gang, it's not so out of the ordinary that they need clarification here, or at least some of them do. Darius, you're up.
Oh god damn it.
So basically,
I don't know what's going on. I need an adult.
they're drugged up to beyond their tits levels.
So I can clearly see him, and he saw me, and he's just looking at me right now. I know he's just looking at me.
Yes, he has weapons drawn. They're
His
at the
weapons drawn,
ready,
but-
but not pointing directly at you.
Okay. I'm going to try something.
I have a cunning plan.
There we go.
You just lock eyes and move away.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Perfect.
Love it.
You should have licked him first to assert dominance.
I mean, to have to walk 28 meters down there, though. Fuck that.
No, like distance lick. You know, like you send someone
Distance
kisses,
lick.
send them a lick.
What the fuck? No. Also, now he
See
can
that
see Ezio, so...
Ezio Auditore, master of assassins.
Ah, there they are. I was a little bit worried. Oh no, not the... No. I was a little bit worried because I haven't written down everyone's special rule for every single character. I have that on another page. I thought I lost it. So what was their special rule again? So I'm brought up to speed. Oh yes, okay. So you go there. Oh no. You come over there. Oh, roll 20, don't fuck with me now, baby. So, where is this dude?
I swear to God.
Is he? Oh, he's all the way down there. He's not going to do anything. This one's going to look around, seeing that there's a dude looking that way. He's not going to do anything for the moment. Mordecai, you're up.
I'm probably gonna walk back if I can pick up the take a half walk And
a guy
can I see-
stares at you, just like, what
gonna-
the fuck? Although he has got a mask
I'm gonna-
on, so you can't really see his face.
I'm
but
gonna look back at him, wave, and attempt to cast spontaneous combustion.
What the fuck?
Liliana did tell Mordecai to, burn everyone, so...
Oh, for fuck's sake.
it's not the worst idea in the world, but it's not the best. Go for it. Roll for it.
The trouble is, I have to cast this in Siren 2, so I'm gonna spend a... If I spend a fate point to plus 10, can I still spend another one to re-roll it later?
No, you
No,
can only
okay.
spend one fate point per roll.
Okay, I'm gonna save my fate point for a re-roll then. But let's see how this goes. I fucking make it!
Ooh, nice.
Okay, so he has an agility test to
I was gonna say, does he
avoid.
even...
Well, he's looking straight at. He's looking straight at you. You
Or-
haven't
or-
taken him unaware. He's looking
Yeah.
straight
But
at you
he's
as you
confused.
wave, and then you're kind of gesturing with your hand and your mind to. Because again, it's not. Oh, I think of it, and it happens.
Yeah.
And you do have to gesture, and you can see on. You've waved at him, and it looks like you're trying to have a shit. You're like, hi, yeah, and he feels a burning pain in his chest, and he gets to dive to the side.
Oh my!
He dives into the fire.
He dives into the wall and takes 1d10. Yeah, 1d10. No, he takes 1. Negated. So he is now on. Technically, he's on fire, but he does get a dodge to attempt.
He gets to dodge the attack, and then he has to make an agility test to not get set on fire as well.
Okay.
Only if he gets
So,
hit, so...
this is the agility test. No, sorry. So this is the dodge, because that was agility. So this is the dodge to miss the attack. So he dodges, therefore doesn't get set on fire.
Oh. He's just so taken aback by my power move that he just
The
face plants into the wall.
The weird thing is that he just got a natural 100, and then because his dodge chance is so much lower, because he gets halved because he doesn't have dodge.
Yeah.
Oh, you bastard. Okay, so he took 1 damage and then regained.
It's gonna get... I was gonna say, it's gonna get negated by all of his armor and toughness, but he just
Yeah.
saw me do an absolute power move and the head banged the wall.
Sadly, that is what happened. Liliana, you're up.
I'm not gonna do the same thing Mordecai did and shoot magic down the hallway, because mine would be like lightning coming all the way down here. So I will run my ass leading near across the place, because fuck that. I'm gonna go up right here. That's it.
Okay. Righto. So you run over there. Jenny, would you like to give me a tech use with a -10?
Is there anything I can do to get something for that test?
If you use up a bottle of Sacred Unguents, I will give you a +20. So you'll get a +10.
Don't do it.
Nah, I'm gonna keep those for rating. Also, why the fuck does it say I have solid projectile? I know I picked last for my weapon training.
Don't you get solid projectile as a tech priest? Because you get a hand cannon.
Oh
You get one of
yeah! Well, that's
Oh.
awkward. That is fucking awkward. That's... Oh, that's why I was saving XP, right? That's why I
What?
was saving all of the XP I spent last session for. Yep.
You receive an XP for solar projectile, and you already have it.
No, I was saving for Laz, and I forgot to buy it. Let's just hope. Let's just hope I don't have to shoot anything.
Oh,
Wait, does that? Oh my god, that means I was doing all of the combats ever wrong.
Oh,
Because I was working with the assumption I had Oh my god, I'm so stupid.
I'd take a fortune point from you. You now have one less. Although we don't use fortune
No,
points.
wait, that's literally the first thing I bought. Weapon training Laz. I forgot to put it. Never mind, I'm stupid. Ignore. Like it's
Guys, for
literally,
fuck's sake!
it's literally
damn
been
it,
in my
yeah.
advances, and I just forgot to put it in talents.
So,
Ease off on the crack. Please.
It's not
Sorry, it's
crack,
my
mate,
fault.
It's work.
it's my fault. I told him just a little bit of crack makes it easier, but he's gone a bit too far.
You can't tell the Polish little bit. There's no
So-
moderation.
As Jenny
Hey, mate, I don't know crack. I have standards.
as as Jenny sits at the Cognite unit, furiously typing in different Mechanicus access codes and different formula to appease the machine spirit's anima within. Finally, she makes it. She makes a connection within the Cognite, appeasing the machine spirit, and you all hear the sounds of screeching metal as the door arises. Am I going to go and get I'm going to go and get a door. No, I'm not. It'll take too long. So, this door has been blocked off. I'm just going to draw it. Fuck it. We'll just do this. We'll do this freehand style. Just meh. Oh, why
You
didn't...
hold shift to do that. Yeah, you hold shift to lock it to the grid.
There we go. A nice blue line. So, the door is now up. Of course, the screeching metal
Makes
Will-
a lot of fucking noise.
definitely move you onto a square. There we go. Will definitely make everyone else look. He would have shouted as well when he dodged the attack. So this dude comes out here. Yeah, he's not making rolls now. So and moves 3 down. Kind of struggling as he's looking down. He's kind of hunched forward, struggling to kind of get a view on the people down at the elevator door. Ezio, you're up. They know you're here.
Shoot.
Shoot the button. Shoot the button.
I used to shoot a bad and I was like, where the hell did he come from?
Do I have line of sight on this dude?
Yes, you do.
Yes. Just see 3 people walk past them and ignore. Like one of them, like see them and go, "Yep, okay, bye." Oh. Yeah.
Cold shot to the head.
Okay. So minus 20 on ballistic skill.
No, because I have the talent to not take the penalty.
So roll it flat, please.
Yeah.
It's a very useful talent.
Yeah.
It is indeed. Especially later on when I start giving you
Do I
tiny
get the
targets.
standard bonus?
No.
Nope, you do not.
Jesus, oh my god.
So you
Jesus
shoot him in the
Christ.
head. They cannot dodge or parry at the moment. So, or these ones can't.
One moment, I'm just abstracting the bullet.
You could just walk past, smile, wave, then Ezio. Blam! Headshot.
So Ezio, as this goon of the acid riot hunched forwards, peering down the corridor, hardly able to focus on those at the end, you raise your weapon with one shot. A puff of smoke and he falls to the floor, dead.
Between his eyes.
Straight between the eyes. A puddle of blood begins to form on the ground. So, where are you, poor bastards? So you've now heard multiple things. So you're going to run, which is 18. You are going to run, which I'm just going to... Oh, god damn it, I didn't put you on a square. There we go. Which I'm just going to say is 18 as well, but you can only get to there, so fine. You, sir, you can definitely run.
Run, rabbit, run, run as fast as you can.
So he can't get through the door, so his action holds. He wipes, pulls up. Next turn he's ready. Well, pinches off the loaf, no. This dude is going to run into here. This dude is going to run over to here. Oh yes, I prefer this as a rule. From now on, because we're using 4x4s, if you want to peer around a corner and shoot, you have to be one square over the corner. Unless you have like a mechadendrite, you need to be able to see what you're doing. So try and get half your squares over the corner, just to make it clear that that's what you're doing.
You've never heard of the good old American practice of blind fire.
Blind fire is a different kettle of fish, but we can go there if you'd like to go there. Can this dude? Oh, did I close his sheet? I closed his sheet. Can this dude actually reach you with any of his guns?
It's 30 meters to me.
He can indeed. So he raises up his storm child.
This is where I get hit on the head again.
Takes aim and fires. Let me just, yeah, it's 30, 29, 30, so that's fine. So it is a standard shot with a storm child. Half aim. Standard range. And a standard shot. Oh, hang on.
This is gonna be...
You have not been attacked yet, and their special ability kicks in, so they get an extra +10 when aiming.
Oh.
Oh fuck.
You're getting shot by a hand cannon.
You are hit, sir.
It's in the At least it's not in the head.
No, it's in the chest.
Yet.
Chest, yeah. Can I attempt to dodge?
Oh, yes, you can dodge. There is this resounding boom as this character takes his storm child in both hands and fires.
Do I get any bonuses because I've got a shield, or is that just that's just in fantasy?
That's just fantasy. Yeah, you get armor in this, which you don't get in fantasy.
I mean, I have a lot of armor, so yeah. I don't have any. I don't have dodge yet. Cause I'm mainly focused on melee. This is gonna go well. Okay. I should question myself.
Never mind.
So you adeptly, as you see the trigger, the hammer, begin to pull back, you just grab hold of Ezio and kind of go into the doorway slightly, and the round ricochets off the metal within the elevator. I need to remember.
That guy just made my shit list.
So I need to write down. So I'm keeping ammo on green. And I keep stunned on blue and health on red. He's got 4 shots left with that before he has to reload. Darius, you're up.
Do I got my ammo on that too?
You can do if you want. I just do it because I've got so many tokens. I can't use the sheet to keep track of it.
Sure. There we go. 43 out of 50.
I'll do that when I have something that I will actually eventually shoot sometimes.
So I have a line of sight on this dude.
Yes.
Alright, I'm going to burst fire him. That's the lasgun.
Sure.
So half him, short range, semi-auto burst fire. No modifiers? No.
Nope. Oh, sorry, -20. He ran.
Oh,
No,
shit.
you'd still hit.
Okay.
2 degrees.
No. Will that still hit 2 degrees?
Yes, because you take 30 off your target.
No, you're right. No, that's just the one hit.
Sorry, you take 20 off your target, but you get 1 degree as well for succeeding.
Yeah, but I only hit additional hits every
Yes.
2 additional.
Yes,
so
yes, sorry.
1 hit.
Yeah.
Never mind.
And with a 13, you strike him and just burn a hole through his, we're going to say heart. Straight through his heart. Oh, he only had... Oh, by the way, as he runs up to you, he has blood gushing out of a hole in his head.
He was shot to the heart, and you're to blame.
No, he shot himself in the head, and he was to blame. Then you shot him in the heart, but you weren't to blame.
Fuck you, triple fuck.
That sounds like a really weird love story, but
It
okay.
was. It was a love story between a bullet, a drug, and madness.
I don't know how bats factor into this, but I'm not gonna question it.
Wait, shit. Is this door down here still open? No, it was only this door.
The door to the
Oh,
side,
they forced it.
this one is actually closed.
Oh, it's closed.
Yeah.
Which was the one they forced open?
The one they managed to get open, you didn't see them force it, it just opened, is this way, down south.
Oh.
Where you had your first ever engagement with the scum.
Yeah.
I
So
remember
Mordecai,
that.
you were up.
Can I roll Cynicians, because it's a free action for me to do that?
Yes.
Any modifiers?
No.
I'm okay with that.
You sense, you look into the warp to look for distortions, power used, or any kind of anomalies. There's nothing.
Okay. Because Mordecai was thinking he seemed to be able to step out of the way of that quite easily. Maybe they've got a psychic powers. He's gonna change from waving to giving the guy the middle finger and attempt to burn him alive again.
Sure.
Because you don't shoot at me, you horrible peasant.
Oh,
So
damn.
with a 7, so he gets a dodge first, which technically he should fail. He fails, so he's now on fire.
No,
he
he's
got hit.
Now he rolls for fire.
Yeah.
Which is agility.
But he's
not
not
on
on
fire.
fire. Somehow he's able to put out the internal fire that rages within. But he does take the first lot of damage.
Yeah, and it's quite a lot because I cast a psi rating 2 because I have to. With that range, so it's 2 times psi rating, so it's 2 plus 4, and 0. Really gay. I do 11 degrees of success. Not 11 degrees of success. Why would my brain say that? 8 degrees of success. So I do 8 damage with a +6. Fucking.
You can't do that. Korn doesn't like Cyger.
That's illegal.
Well, Korn actually doesn't really care. He hates sorcerers. Psychers he's fucking indifferent about.
You don't like Cygers.
Nah,
He can
I
use
mean,
them.
ultimately, Korn doesn't care where the blood flows. Only that it does.
So Liliana,
I mean-
you are up.
Son of
I'm
a.
gonna keep
I-
doing the boring thing, and I'm just gonna keep running.
Yes. I did
Yes.
still have half an action left.
Oh shit! Sorry, yes you do. Sorry, I've
Sorry,
always.
I was just gonna half. I was just gonna half move. Yeah,
Yeah. There.
Sure, I always, because with spells in fantasy, you half action focus, half action use a spell. I put the two together, so yeah, sorry about that. Liliana.
Don't worry.
Run your little legs off, run!
And
So,
that's it.
Liliana, from
was
there,
fun.
the last point at which the blind spot happens, where you saw the large, heavy, we'll just call him, from the Wild Wardens fall. You do see that there's what looks to be a small door. It's not a full-size door, it's like a half door for storing cargo in. You can just make out the corners behind his bulk.
Okay.
Jenny, are you moving towards combat? Or are you going to stay in the control center for the elevator?
Here's the question. I could lock the door out. Can I open the other doors in to let the reinforcements from the poison kiss?
That door is open.
Okay.
So for a quick breakdown, this is clearly not what normally happens. The Acid Riots have clearly planned some big maneuver. 50 men have ran off into Hablock Zeta, where you all were and the Poison Kiss controlled. Normally it would just be a gang war and whoever survived, that was it. But they seem to have had something planned. So if you want to stay in the elevator, you can then control it to go elsewhere if needed. Or you're going to have to spend 2 combat turns making your way to combat.
No, I think I'm gonna be running support on this one. I'm gonna stay in the lift. If
Okay.
anything comes up.
So I don't think there's really anything you can tell your teammates that they don't already know. No, I can't think of anything for you to do at the moment. So I guess, yeah, you'll pass your turn for now.
I mean, if you want, I can hold an action to respond to something, but...
Well, it
You don't hold a hand
depends.
action.
I don't know what you guys are going to do. Like, you guys never even strategized about how to get out once you were in. So, it's up to
That's
you.
kind of my job, hi.
It's up to
Yeah.
you. It's up to you, Jenny. If you think, look, they didn't plan this properly, I'm going to stay here and be the getaway driver, in a sense. Or there are other ways out, but they're, you know, more dangerous or more difficult, I suppose. Sure. We'll have you holding an action that you can let people know if anyone outside of this area is called back. So once reinforcements start coming, you can let the group know. Ezio, you're up.
I blap this fuel.
Which one?
Which one? Right,
This
gotcha.
one.
Unlike the other one that you shot, he does seem to be able to focus on you. Just about.
Should I do another cold shot or not?
I would say do what your heart tells you.
I'm doing fucking cold shot. To the head.
His heart is telling him to fucking kill this dude. And do better than me at damage rolls. Please do better than me at damage rolls.
You
I
strike him.
hit.
He cannot dodge and he cannot parry. So roll damage, please.
Acceptable.
And with a 10, you strike him in the leg snapping his hip, sending shards of bone slicing through his skin. He flops on the ground and begins to bleed out slowly, screaming all the while. He gets to run up to his death, because that's what he's there for. You, sir, are going to attempt to... Oh, hang on. So technically there was still a -20 to that shot, but you still hit him, because I keep forgetting that they've all ran to their positions.
Alright.
You are dead. Hidden action that you do not see. Guy on the toilet is now able to move.
He's had a bit of wipe, you know.
Yeah, he had a quick
finish.
Pinched a loaf, had a quick wipe, ran out with his trousers being pulled up as we speak, as he's got his chainsaw in his mouth.
Cold shot to the dick.
He's still turtling as we speak.
Maybe. He is a low hiver. He's not, or at least the cheeks might have a bit of a Klingon. Old, you know.
Klingon?
Some nastiness stuck on there.
Got.
So, the acid rot thug. Roll 20, don't slow down for me. Speed up. Use that ram. He's going to shoot at Ezio. He is going to shoot with, well, the only weapon he really has to shoot with. The Ripper Clip. So, full auto.
Nice.
You can still aim with full autos and half, yeah.
You can, but you can't with the Ripper Clip.
Oh,
it's
inaccurate.
Inaccurate.
Good point. I would have put aim in there, but no aim because he can't. This is not going to go well. The range is 20 meters.
This is why I use it for suppression.
Yeah, but they have no other weapons. They're shit. Well, they have one extra. And full auto. Oh, so it's -10. Lovely. Submit. Oh my god.
Holy shit.
Oh my god. You had to have
Holy
at one point.
Fuck.
That's full auto, so that's 3 hits.
So he fires fires 6 shots down the way at you Ezio. You just see this gun spray out. Just this of fire. Please give me a dodge. Try and get 3 degrees of success or more.
You think Ezio was AFK?
He is.
He is, yes. So...
Marvellous. Do I savour it? I'm going... the taste. I'm going to savour it for now. I'm going to savour it.
Hurry up!
So,
Up.
the other dude is going to see the fire that has gone on. He's going to shrug, because he doesn't actually know what happened yet. And he's going to run.
Is this guy with the intense heartburn? Yeah.
Yes.
He's just like, oh, I shouldn't have eaten that sewer rat this morning.
Maybe he did, but his wife cooked it for him properly. Did you ever think of that? Darius, you're up.
I mean, I cooked our sewer rats properly.
But because you had a penis, it tasted like shit.
What?
Wow.
Wow. Way to go with the sexism. Anyway.
Terrible.
I'm going to... Oh, fuck. I don't know. I'm going to run over here.
You've just run back the way we came. You're like, oh shit, there's shooting going on down the corridor.
Liliana's fine. She's going over here and shit. Fucking... All the actual combat's happening over here, and I'm a long-range guy, so... Unless you want to charge them all, though.
Sure, you move over there.
I'm just trying to wait till they're actually close enough for me to charge. At the moment, this is worrying.
You have a shield. Charge them.
He
Yeah, they're
runs.
out of charge range.
Shield wall.
Well,
Charge them.
they keep kind of dying before, you know, really getting anywhere.
You've already killed 3, and one guy with severe heartburn who also face planted a wall thanks to my power move.
Does that,
He runs.
where I am now, does that count as me being 1 bit out?
No. 1 square.
Okay.
So that would count as you being 1 out into the corridor.
Okay.
Mordecai, I'm still waiting. This could be really bad for Ezio. We're coming on the 2nd round.
I know. He's gonna have stacked shots now. Seeing that the threat in here is
I
now
have
gone.
it.
Ezio rolled up.
Marvelous.
Thank God.
Ezio, please roll me dodge with more than 3 degrees of success.
Yeah, roll well.
Roll well or die well.
I mean, we have a tech priest.
Get yeeted. Oh my
Okay,
god, he actually did!
with 3 degrees of success. Ezio, this acid rot goon has raised this clip and just fired shots. But 3 of them you can tell are coming in your direction. You just leap to the side. The shots ping into the ground where you were, ricocheting off into the darkness. As you come back to where you were, you could see him, just a bitter look on his face. But then it's Mordecai's turn.
Okay. I'm going to just hearing this. I'm like, wait, what? Okay, there's nothing going on in this room that I can really see that I need to worry about. Liliana's a big girl. She's got this on lockdown. I'm going to.
There is a door that you could run to.
Is there? Where? Right here. Up there. Yeah, but that just makes me further away overall. Doesn't really get me closer.
In the long run, you're just further away.
And I like being close to do my shit. So I'm gonna. Is that peeking out?
No,
Or-
1
Next
square.
roll.
1 more square.
So I'm gonna be
Yep.
peeking out, and conveniently, that's the arm that he has the shield on. So, like, if it was the other way around, like if I was where Darius was, it would not be helpful for any reason. But
You're welcome.
I'm just gonna look down the corridor, and I'm going to see the closest threat that has a gun. So I'm guessing it's this guy.
Yep.
And I'm gonna yeet myself some fire magic.
Sure.
What is the distance I need? You know what? With my dice rolls on damage, I'm gonna cast it at 2 anyway.
Let me just get the perils and phenomena bit up on the book.
Don't. I've rolled Synesians and I got really well on it. Oh dear.
I prepared my inferno grenade.
I am fate rolling.
Oh! Fuck!
It's not double.
Good.
Technically it's double zero.
What happens when you roll 100 on a...
I don't.
There's a...
I-
I
honest-
imagine there's a feedback and you're going to take, you know, a point of damage. But do you get like insanity, like in...
I don't know. I don't. Genuinely, I don't.
Reroll!
Reroll Jenkins!
I am going to spend a fate point re-rolling. But I don't know of anything that if you hit 100 beyond it possibly being doubles.
I want doubles,
Yeah,
not
sure.
100.
Go on. You can use a fortune fate point if you so wish.
Yeah, there we go.
Son of a bitch. Okay. Yep. So the power goes off. I don't get to watch demons come out of your asshole.
I mean, I could still roll no, I'm not going to roll perils just for shits and gigs.
So a dodge first, which he does not have. He was fucking close, but not close
Yes,
enough.
he was.
So
Does he get
technically,
set on
he
fire?
has been hit. The pain is searing, and he's on fire. So if you'd like to
Who
roll
dropped?
the damage for
Jim dropped.
well,
Yep, Jimmy Boy dropped.
Jim drop.
There we
Jimmy
go.
Boy
Ah, Jimmy.
returned.
Sorry, I was looking at another server and I accidentally clicked one of the
Oh, it was getting
I'm not Getty. I was still here.
Sorry.
God damn my dice.
This I'm gonna have to be hopping off in like half an hour.
righto, okay, not a problem. So we take off. Oh, they're thugs. Hang on. Didn't they give you armor last? Oh no, they're thugs. So no. Right. So 10. God, these guys are so weak. Okay, cool.
I mean, my damage isn't doing fantastic either, because that's 2 well below average rolls.
He's
Plus
hurting.
6.
He's hurting an awful lot. An awful lot. Oh, sorry. You've still got a half action. No, you moved, didn't you?
No, I moved. Yeah. When
Liliana.
he takes the damage from fire at the end of the turn, right, or at the start?
On the start of his turn.
Okay.
Liliana.
I'm going to half move. I'm doing the thing that makes sense for my character, but I'm so far away from combat. I'm gonna first half move over here. Do I see anything else more, or is the door still blocking my vision of this area?
The body is still blocking the dude slumped up against the access hatch. You can tell now that he's sacrificed himself to try and hide the hidden door there.
Gotcha. From where I am, can I grab him and yeet him to this side?
Sure, give me a strength test, just so that I know what I'm working with, and then you get to roll some dice.
Oof. I just want to pull him.
Yeah, powered strength.
This is gonna be bad.
Roll
man.
for me. Roll for me.
Oh.
There you go, look. You've got 2 successes.
Holy. Ooh.
So he is out of your way for next turn. So, Jenny, you're up as you. Oh yeah, sorry. So, Jenny, as you're looking at the screens, the pick feeds, you can see a couple of people close to the elevator entrance who are now turning round, hearing that there's something going on behind them.
Can I make out who those people are?
They seem to be ones who are actually dressed in uniforms. They actually have, like, one of the heavies who has a chainsword is now looking round, and one of the guys who has a Stormchild is now looking round. But the goons are basically off doing goon things, being drugged up and mental.
Okay.
Shooting themselves in the fucking head.
I'm gonna relay that to the rest of them.
They're the Goontang clan.
They are indeed. Okay, so everyone's been informed.
Question.
Yes.
Do I have access to the PA system from here?
You would, yes.
Can I make Hector play one of the canticles of the Omnissiah?
Do it.
Just in binary, just start screeching.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
And I'm gonna let's see. I'm gonna roll a d6. 2. That is one of the trash ones.
Is that the fight face one?
Let me see. I need my light. So too far. So litany of the Litany of the Electromancer. Roll a d6 for each enemy unit within 1 inch of an affected unit. On a roll of 6, the unit suffers d3 mortal wounds. Unfortunately, I am the only one affected, so nothing suffers mortal wounds.
And that's a separate system altogether.
Yes.
Yes, but
Not an
However.
RPG system.
However,
I imagine
Hector
if
does.
they weren't already, everybody is severely fucking confused now.
Hector does indeed begin transmitting over the PA system.
And I'm probably joining Hector in the chat because Mechanicus.
The litanies of the Omnisire must be upheld. All those of the enemies of the Omnisire will be reduced to the number of destruction, the number of 0.
That is correct, Hector.
0.
We'll
0.
reduce them to that which cannot be divided.
I shit you not. In the books for one of the Mechanicus ones, their Cybernetica Maniple marches along to the war chant of 0, 0, 0, just marching down, firing off weapons.
Nobody
Technically,
really.
0 is dividable.
No, it's not.
It is.
That's Dark Mechanicum propaganda.
It becomes infinite.
What
So-
is the dark mechanic?
Nothing.
Heresy is this.
So everyone can hear a canticle of the machine god being broadcast over the PA. This should have some effects. I will think of some.
Actually, wait a second. I think the book had a brief excerpt from this litany.
Ooh.
I think.
If it doesn't, I'm just imagining it's the music from Mechanicus.
Oh, I
What
wish.
litany is it?
That's
Litany of what?
Ezio, you're up.
Electromancer.
Yes, wait. Yep, I found it. Illuminate your devoted charges. Let build the bolts till the sacred energies course through your veins electric, and seize your seizures of static striking. I am become lightning, and this gift I give to unbelievers, that in their last flash blinding they might see the briefest of glimpses of the Omnisire himself.
But is that in zeros and ones, or is that what it
Yes.
actually says?
Yes, it's in
binary.
zeros and ones.
So we're basically hearing 0, 0, 1, 1, 1, 0, 0, and we're just like, what the fuck?
I am improving morale. I am not wearing a great coat for nothing. I am now this party's political officer.
Okay, so
Please, I have the
as
Imperial Primer.
you're doing it in
Misery
as
brought
you're-
it into Mechanicus.
as you're doing it in binary, roll intimidation for me. I was gonna do something different, but roll intimidation.
Who? Me?
Yes, you.
Fucking strength or willpower?
I believe willpower makes the most sense for this.
It's okay. So I need to roll it. Wow!
Holy shit, that was
Do you know what? Hector is assisting you. I'll give you a +10. So you succeed with 2 degrees. Okay. An effect will happen. Ezio, it's your turn.
See, the Mechanicus Enclave's just listening to this is what the fuck?
Some shit is going down.
I'm tempted. I can either go full auto, or I could
No.
go cold shot to the head.
Cold shot's done you well
wow.
so far.
But the thing is, I just wanna do it for the meme. He tried to full auto me.
Do it. Okay, then do it. Do it for the memes.
Half aim full auto to the dude who wanted to full auto me.
Sure.
Boom!
Okay, he is going to dodge. He does. What's your maximum? What's the maximum full auto of that gun?
6.
So he needs to get 6 degrees of success.
Don't think he can, Annie.
Nope. Forward wants him dead.
So can you please
Blood
roll me
must
6
flow.
shots?
I think he dead.
Yeah, I think that's a waste of ammo.
So, here's the thing. You are firing at full auto. You've hit with multiple shots. There is a rule in the game that says that there's a talent that lets you extend this rule, so you get 6 meters. or 10 meters.
Strong of iron.
Oh
Well,
yeah, that
everyone gets the ability with multiple shots to be able to retarget.
It's 2
There's
meters
someone
away.
within. There is someone within 2 meters. I know there is because I'm looking straight at him. So, let me just double check and see. Well, the first shot blows him away and ends his life. So the next 5 shots go to the person behind. Okay, he doesn't have enough soak for this.
I was gonna say, he's already taken a big hit from me. He is heartburn. So well done. You shot a burning guy.
Does that make Mordecai a heartbreaker?
I think he's just the spokesman for Galveston.
Mordecai, you absolute fuckboy.
So, I just
Wait,
calculated. I did 56 total damage.
Okay, so more Ezio, as you take aim at this motherfucker who fired full auto at you and nearly fucking hit you, you flip the switch, full auto. As soon as you pull the trigger, you see the look of defeat. As your first shot is fired, you pull away. The first shot strikes the guy and drops him to the floor. And you just unleash the other 5 rounds into the guy next to him. And you drop his ass to the floor as well.
Well done. You've shot a guy who was literally on fire and someone who had headbutted a wall for next to no reason.
And full auto is very, very, very loud. Carla,
It is.
you can let everyone know that there are multiple
fuck's
people... sorry. Jenny, on your turn, you can let everyone know that there are multiple people walking and some running back to this in this direction. So this guy has been
Relay that
intimidated.
Redouble my chanting.
He fails. He's on drugs, so he rolls again. He fails dramatically. He does something. He shoots himself in the head.
For fuck's sake.
What is up with these people shooting me?
Psychological warfare.
Hey, this looks like fun.
Again, he survives. Just
I think he did this.
When you're so fucking incompetent.
Can I
you're
point
so
out,
incompetent, you can't
Korn
shoot
is
yourself.
in force today. The number of 8s, 88, and 88s that have been rolled in this session
Sorry, he has 2
is
health.
absurd.
He didn't quite, you know, that close to death.
I'm just gonna say, like, it's the guy who goes, hey, this looks like fun. Oh god, that one didn't work.
Hey, but look at this from his perspective. Since he failed to kill himself, he can now go have another go.
Jesus Christ, the scene.
Morbid, mayhaps.
Morbid.
Haha, looks kind of fun. Let's have a go.
Oh dear lord.
I got it.
That was brilliant. Oh, that was excellent. I love that. So he is going to run up, and
I mean, I have suppressing fire, but it's too loud. Even when I put the lowest volume, it's still really fucking. I'm just going to do that,
on that,
for Albie.
as Darius looks down the hallway and sees units running up and sees the litany of dead people. No, sorry, sees the piles of dead people and hears the litanies coming through the PA. The camera from the servo skull zooms out, and we leave this battlefield until next week. So hopefully you all enjoyed this episode, and are looking forward to the next one, where we will find out exactly what happened and how the group are going to get away, and once they've got away, where the hell they're going to go next. All in the next episode. How did you get that in there? Until then, take care, everyone, and as always, bye-bye for now.
Bye.
Bye.
Remember to give praise to the Omnissiah.
Always
I'm
praise
just
the
trying to do-
Omnissiah.
I was just